Hi, welcome to Tax Week. A couple of things that come to mind when doing taxes is specifically the charitable deduction. The charitable deduction has been getting a lot of interest from the IRS of late, specifically the deduction of non-cash items. Cash usually is pretty straightforward. You've given a certain dollar amount to your favorite charity. Charity usually will give you some kind of receipt or some kind of proof of donation, especially if you've made a large donation. Sometimes with smaller donations you may not get a proof of a charitable contribution. Something that's kind of gotten much larger, and I believe it's become larger due to the advent of Deduction Pro and the deduction segment of both Tax Cut and TurboTax. I myself started using Deduction Pro several years ago, and it really made a difference in what I was logging in for my charitable deduction of non-cash items. My wife and I have a tendency that throughout the year we go through our closets, usually spring and fall, and we review the clothes that we have, clothes that we've purchased recently, and we look at what we haven't worn for a long time, or perhaps something that no longer fits due to a change in body. In my case, I've lost quite a bit of weight, so I am in the process of getting rid of all my heavy clothes and creating a new wardrobe of clothes that fit me a little bit better at my current weight. We of course take these clothes and we deduct it, or excuse me, not deduct it, but we donate them to Goodwill, which I believe is a national chain. We have a very nice Goodwill donation center here in our hometown, Waukesha. So the clothes are donated throughout the year. The two big ones in the spring and the fall when we do go through our wardrobes, and then other times during the year we do have other things that are taken to Goodwill for donation. Well, with Deduction Pro we found that we can itemize each of our clothes that we do take to Goodwill, and we can guesstimate a lot better than we used to. What I used to do is just kind of figure out, okay, we donated so many clothes, it's 50 bucks here, 50 bucks there. Maybe my maximum deduction was around $150, $200. Well, what Deduction Pro does is it actually figures out what the market is for you, for your clothing or your item that you've donated, and gives you a pretty good idea of what you can donate. Well, the dollar amounts jumped quite considerably. I went from maybe 100 and 150 in charitable donations to maybe $300, $400, and $500. Well, the IRS has kind of caught on to this jump and is now looking at proof of what you've donated. It's pretty hard to prove what you've given to Goodwill, because essentially what they do is they give you a signed receipt that says, yes, you donated some clothing. It doesn't give a dollar amount, not much else other than, yes, this person on this date made a donation of clothing, and it's up to the individual to itemize it. To make a long story short, it's probably highly in your interest. It's probably good for you to start photographing what you're donating. Put those photographs, hopefully you have a digital camera. So I know some people may not, but this may be a reason if you've been meaning to make a digital camera purchase to go out and do so. Photograph the items that you are going to donate to Goodwill, along with an itemized list of the items that you're going to donate. Download those off your digital camera onto a computer and or a printer dock, or take it to Walgreens or Walmart or one of the chains that do have photo processing. They can show you how to download things into their system, and you have a photographic record of the items you donate. You can either get that put on a disc, you can do it yourself or at one of these places. Then you have a record on a digital format that you could either hand to the IRS or print out as needed, as requested, and you're able to prove the things that you donated. So hopefully that tip will help you out. Good luck on your taxes, and once again, I hope you all get a deduction.